Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode. I'm here today with Kory Price, regional manager and partner of Gold's Gym, Idaho. And these guys are over Pocatello, Idaho Falls, and Twin Falls. So this guy's a busy guy. So welcome, Kory.
Thanks.
Awesome. Before we begin, we're always sponsored by Dell's Outdoor Advertising. These guys are a great group to work with, great guys to talk with. They're there to help you get your message across with digital or traditional billboard ways, locations from Pocatello all the way to Blackfoot, Idaho. And if you call them at 208-232-6886, call Rob and tell him you heard about him on the podcast. You will get your first month for free or your installation for free once you sign up for a 3-month deal. So there you go. So Kory, man, you've been in Pocatello for quite some time, right?
Yeah, since 2007.
2007, you graduated in accounting at ISU, and then also your MBA as well, right?
I didn't get my MBA, no.
Okay.
I went to school for accounting at ISU and kind of fell in love. I was supposed to go become a CPA, take over my dad's practice, but I kind of fell in love with the gym world and this business, so got stopped.
Hey, you got to go where you enjoy working and what your passions dictate a little bit. So, mine just happens to be professional toilet scrubber. So, everyone has their vice,
There you go.
All right, man. Well, yeah. So now you're currently, you've been running Gold's Gym pretty much from November of 2014, right?
2012.
Okay. Yeah, man. So you've been in the fitness world for some time. You've been a personal trainer, and now you're managing all these different locations. So that's what are you seeing? Well, let's start with this one first. What excites you so much about the gym world and the personal training world?
I think it's when you find a career, you definitely want to find something that's going to make you financially secure, but also something that's going to make you happy, right? And so the fitness industry, one thing I kind of fell in love with is the fact that you make a difference in thousands of people's lives every day. You got people that use exercise as a way to cope with any mental stressors or anxieties, and you got people that are using it as a way to physically make themselves healthier and live longer. And so we get to see a variety of different things every day, and that's probably what I enjoy the most about the fitness industry.
I like it. So with this whole 2.5 years of the pandemic that we had to go through, and knowing that it pretty much it didn't exclusively prey on those who were obese, but it definitely hit them a little harder. Did you guys see a pickup of membership and spike of memberships that way, just to people trying to be healthier so they can live longer in general, but also to be able to combat the COVID-19?
We're starting to now. I wouldn't say that we did so much the last 2 years. It's really weird because our average join age was actually like 8 to 10 years younger over the last 2 years as it traditionally was before the pandemic. So I think, with the media talking in some scare tactic stuff, whatever, it may be, but it definitely frightens some people, when you point out the fact that, this particular virus is targeting, overweight or people with comorbidities like hypertension and heart disease, diabetes, that kind of thing. Definitely they wanted to stay away. So we probably weren't seeing as many of them over the last 2 years, but definitely starting to see them come back now. I think a lot of people realized that diet and exercise was one of the best ways to combat COVID-19 and some of the lethal symptoms that it brought on. So now people are starting to take that and use it.
I like it. I've definitely gotten more serious about it and know, America as a whole, and I'm sure Idaho needs to continue to get on board, and so we can drop some weight collectively and become a healthier state as well. So,
One of the things that the industry as a whole started to acknowledge during COVID-19 is the mental well-being aspect that exercise provides. And I think where a lot of people were cooped up and their whole life was flipped upside down, they realized they need an outlet for some of those anxieties or mental stressors. And so the industry as a whole has seen a huge surge in people treating it, even teens and young adults that are using it as advice or outlet for their mental anxieties.
That's super interesting. Yeah, I definitely agree. That's something we've all probably given a lot of thought to in the last few years, because it was not fun being locked in when we had to be locked in here and there. So, well, cool. What's some of the learning experiences you've had as you've taken this journey as a partner and as an owner in the fitness industry?
Definitely, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. There's no one day that's like the day before it. So you're always presented with a different challenge, and it's just a matter of prioritizing and kind of pushing through. Sometimes it can feel like you're trying to eat an elephant, but what I always tell people is, the way you eat an elephant is the same way you eat a steak, one bite at a time.
Yeah. I like it, man. That's some good advice, because too many of us try to take everything on at once, and think we have to juggle multiple things and also kick a few things while we're doing it, and still walk and carry on conversations and keep our family life going. And it just doesn't work. You gotta have some balance, and you gotta take small bites. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. What's one of the biggest frustrations that you see that you have in your business?
My biggest frustration is probably recently with COVID, the fact that gyms were probably lumped in with bars and nightclubs more than they were lumped in with physical therapy and the medical field. We've been on this journey for a while in the fitness industry to kind of push and be part of that preventative exercise, preventative medicine continuum, and COVID was definitely a chainsaw to cut us down from that ladder for sure. It was, we were getting lumped in as a super spreader, like bars and nightclubs, instead of one of the places that's going to help you be stronger and better. So yeah, that's been a frustration, but I think the industry as a whole is working on it and pushing things in a positive direction. So one of my additional roles in the gym world is I'm currently the president of the Gold's Gym Franchise Association that's over all the owners in the nation. And so we have a pretty active role with IRSA, which is the International Health Racket and Sports Club Association, that's responsible for kind of moving the needle forward.
I like that, man. And that's there was definitely some things that just didn't make sense, decisions that were made in the last 2.5 years, but we had to roll with it. But I can say from personal experience that you guys you ran a pretty tight ship, and you did everything you possibly could to help the well-being of your members over there. So I commend you there.
Yeah, luckily in Idaho, our closures and everything were really short, but some places were 6 to 9 months that the gyms were closed. And can't run a business like that. I mean,
no, that's horrible. Well, what's some of the best advice you'd give our audience based upon your experience?
Find something that you love and figure out how to make money. That's kind of what I did along the way. I mean, it was, like I said, I was supposed to go become a CPA and pump out taxes during tax season and do tax planning for people, but kind of fell in love with the gym industry and all the stuff that we're doing on this side. So I was able to find something I love and make a career out of it.
I like it. Let's enter into the lightning round. The lightning round is sponsored by New Clean Commercial Cleaning, my company. And if anyone needs some janitorial, help and assistance, from Burley all the way to Rexburg, we are your toilet cleaning professional people that you can you can count on. So call us today at 208-254-7070, and we will give you your 2 restrooms, your tile and grout in those restrooms cleaned absolutely for free, no strings attached, just by saying you heard about us on the podcast. So that is the offer. Kory, do you have a favorite book that you've read recently, or maybe a tool you've used or a software that you've kind of fallen in love with that's kind of been a game changer for you?
A lot of books. Extreme Ownership is probably one of my favorite books. It's written by 2 former Navy SEALs about how to take some of those things and apply them into organizational leadership.
I like that. Actually, that's in my queue as well, for sure, to get started on. Cool. What's one of the biggest myths business owners need to know the truth about?
About our industry?
Just
about business.
Just business owners.
I would say that you have to go to a formal college and get an MBA to learn how to run a business. I mean, I would say that definitely school was important for my day-to-day, but you learn a lot of the things just by trial by fire and kind of being in the world. So
I agree. I definitely agree there. All right. Last one. What is one question I should have asked that I did not?
Yeah, I don't think of anything. Maybe, a myth about the gym industry. And I would say the answer to that is what I hear time and time again is that people say they got to get in shape before they can come into the gym. And you probably hear that same thing, that they got to clean their house before you come in and clean for them, or their office before you come in and clean for them. And I guess you're just missing the point. That's like saying you got to change your oil before you go to the mechanic. I mean, we're all in the service industry, and we're here to perform a service from, somebody who's beginner to somebody who knows how to do everything. And it's just a matter of, we want to kind of help you along the way. So
I like it. Some good advice there, Kory. Appreciate what you've had to say today, and I'm sure our audience is going to get some good, valuable gems out of the things that we've talked about. Appreciate you being on the show today, and man, I just can't say enough how grateful I am to have you guys on in our community, and also just being a guest on the show today. So thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, everyone. As always, stay away from those negative Nancys. Go out there and find positive influences in your life, and keep yourself surrounded by those good people, and distance yourself away from the people that are just going to drag you down, because misery loves company. Anyways, until next time, we'll see you all later. Thanks again, Kory.
Thank you.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.